Dear USA, all nations and 7.9 plus billions of humans, I just want to have this as a generic civil justice sign off. Whatever I want for the civil justice, for I am displaying the USA government errors, public sector errors, private sector errors, and how USA government operations got destroyed, and for displaying the absolute monarchs scandal. I, Vethapriya PROSE, wanted these civil justice to be provided to me. Okay, so I'll just read the sign off so that it will be in all these other sessions. Okay, so for I, Vethapriya PROSE, native Indian tribe, Christian Jew of Israel, Judah, Jerusalem, and true owner of USA, and proved USA is Tamil Nadu, and I, Vethapriya PROSE, have highest impasse eligibility to lead USA. I must be the interim leader of USA now is civil justice served. And for I, Vethapriya PROSE, displayed USA government errors and the scandal of absolute monarchs to USA government. I, Vethapriya PROSE, for civil justice as in Holy Bible guidelines. I, Vethapriya PROSE, want United States of America nation to rename Lord Ripon Building in Tamil Nadu, India, after my name Vethapriya is civil justice served. And I, Vethapriya PROSE, to become the Vatican leader now is civil justice served. And Pope Francis resigns abruptly now is civil justice served. And I, Vethapriya PROSE, become Supreme Chief Civil Judge for all nations, now is civil justice served. And I, Vethapriya PROSE, become Supreme Chief Family Law and Supreme Chief Children Judge for all nations is civil justice served. And I, Vethapriya PROSE, to become Global Poverty Relief Medical Director Chief for all nations, to lead and guide World Bank, United Nations organizations, World Health Organizations, Center for Disease Control, Department of Children Families, Department of Health Services, Department of Justice, Department of Revenue, Department of Agriculture, Department of Imports Export, Department of Military in all nations across the globe is civil justice served. And I, Vethapriya PROSE, to be the ambassador for all nations, starting with India, and I, Vethapriya PROSE, should get dual citizenship of USA and India now is civil justice served. And thank you all for your time. Take care, my dear fellow mankind. I sure will get civil justice for entire human kingdom in 1 minute. Thank you all for your time. Bye for now. Dear USA, all nations and 7.9 plus billions of humans, I hope we are all on the same page on this regard, that I am providing a very crucial, very important civil justice sign off. And this section is all about the Cadbury. And because Queen Elizabeth II, the Queen of all nations, she's also called as what? God of USA too, right? And she has that 67% of the Cadbury shares of cocoa. And United States for civil justice, because I proved that Queen Elizabeth II provided tax fraud in this using this Cadbury organization. So for that, I want the civil justice to be served as United States of American government to transfer all the 67% shares of the cocoa to me, to I, Vethapriya PROSE, immediately less than 1 second. And even the Crafts Foods, that's also having 33% of the cocoa shares of Tamil Nadu, that must be transferred to me immediately. That way, I should get the 100% shares of cocoa shares worldwide. Then I will provide what next steps when I step in with the job offer signed off, and when I'm providing the design guidelines, I will provide how I'm going to provide the what next steps with 100% shares of the cocoa plantation. Got it? So with that said, for the highest overview, I will quickly run through this civil justice so that we all can be on the same page. And I must get that civil justice, I should get the 100% cocoa, chocolate cocoa shares to me only according to the Holy Bible guidelines. So, Queen of Elizabeth today of London or Britain or what is the other one, England, must say whether Queen of Elizabeth II knows what is Holy Bible, or Queen of Elizabeth II must say don't know what is Holy Bible. Either ways, I should get the 100% chocolate cocoa shares to be given to I, Vethapriya, PROSE, for damages done by Queen Elizabeth II to me is deadliest crime. Right? So that is one of the civil justice I am asking for. So yeah, anybody in this earth must say they know what is Holy Bible, or they should say they don't know Holy Bible. Either way, I won the case. Right? And for this deadliest crime, this Queen Elizabeth II provided with this Cadbury scandal, the crime, the tax scandal. The tax scandal is the deadliest crime ever a nation can provide. Right? I want $1,500,000 trillion to be direct deposited to my bank account. That way, even after the civil justice is served, even before getting fried in volcano, Queen of Elizabeth II will never dare to hurt any fellow mankind. Never. Never. Forever. And $1,500,000 trillion will be written on the civil justice book. Whether USA wants to go mad or crazy, accuse me to death or wish me dead, it's their choice. I never asked United States of American government to allow absolute monarch, the Queen Elizabeth II, the prostitute, to live free. She is a wild endangered species, and with this Cadbury's tax scandal alone, she ate all the dollars that rightfully belong to the poverty population. There is no other crime to provide a tax fraud, and she provided that. Yes, my dear fellow mankind, you all will be wondering, why on this earth this lady's blood is boiling? My blood is boiling because I know all the truth, isn't it? I know all the truth. I decoded all the truth, right? That is why my blood is boiling. I own Cadbury. I own Hershey's. I own Mondelez. I own Nestle. I own everything. Identity theft. True identity has been stripped off from me. What would you all have done? What would you all have done? What would you all have done? As if when these injustices are not enough, they're like clowns. The Dr. Fauci and Dr. Brinks like a clowns. They just like that, they created another disaster. Are they humans? Are they humans? I can only wish, I'm absolutely positive, ISIS only will be aware of the scandal provided by Dr. Fauci. Fools will just mock me only. This crime is so deadly, as my dear friend of mine, and it's not even 500 years old dead scandal, this Cadbury scandal. This Cadbury chocolate cocoa scandal provided by Queen Elizabeth II is thousands and 5,000 years of scandal, the tax scandal. It originated in London. The Islam, the purest form of Islam, this is the exact behavioral pattern of how the Islam and Judaism and Zionism will tear down the population with the help, with the tax mandate scam. I'm proving it with a live proof. There is no other proof that is needed for United States of government immediately to fry Queen Elizabeth in ashes, immediately to fry Pope Francis in ashes, immediately fry all Islam leaders in ashes. There is no other proof that is USA even want to go and look out for. One side there is baby milk formula scandal. One side there is genetic modified food can scandal. One side there is all the diseases created, people not aware why the diseases are created, and it's all the diseases created by Pope Francis and Queen Elizabeth II. And on top of it, tax after tax after tax, and each and every single grocery item, sales tax, federal tax, state tax, and then we all have to spend that money to drive to the grocery store, isn't it? There is no even a healthy bus facilities in any of the state in the United States of America. How shame it is. How shame it is. There is no public transport because they want the population to spend a lot of dollars and die in poverty. If they provide the public service transportation, then the civilians can use the public transportation and can use less of the vehicle. They do not want that. How crime, how crime is provided in a legalized way, according to their own will and pleasures. They create law. These are all man-made law, my dear fellow mankind. Yes, this overview, I just do not want to go beyond. It's already 7 minutes. But I have to tell, right? Whatever I have to tell at the right time. Isn't it? Isn't it? I was just educating about the Cadbury scam and about the 67% shares of cocoa scam. How Tamil Nadu has been stripped and eaten of all its riches raw by this cunning prostitute Pope Francis and Queen Elizabeth II teams, even Islam leaders as well. Can you all see now why Walmart threw acid on my face? Yes, my dear fellow mankind. They all knew this day will come. They knew, but they did not want it to come so soon. They thought if they threw acid on me, I will burn and I will die in ashes. No, I'm living. See, they crucified me with nails after nails after nails, and see, I'm living, isn't it? It is the Walmart who should be ashamed of throwing acid on me. It is the Amazon should be shameful of throwing acid on me, because I only helped them with the design solutions, with wisdom ways. I was helping the people to run only in the wisdom walkways, nothing less, nothing more. As an excellent teacher, what would you all have done? My career is destroyed, right? Age factor. What would you all have done? Tell me. When my blood is boiling, there is a reason behind it, my dear fellow mankind. And these are only just few of the crimes I'm displaying. There is a lot more. Maybe we are 75% done. There's 25% more of the crime that I have to display. How many salary USA have to pay me, and I'm not paid with that salary? Can you all imagine the finance loss that incurred because of that? So what would you all have done? What would you all have done? What would you all have done? I don't know. According to the Holy Bible civil law guidelines, I should get 100% cocoa chocolate shares to I am only. Let all the nations go crazy and die. Who asked the Republicans to have a disaster to me? I said, I will tear down India, I will tear down Australia, I will tear down all the nations in ashes, because I own all nations. Who are the nations to enforce poverty to me? I never asked, I never begged, right? What went wrong in humanity? What went wrong in humanity? When USA is producing foolish people, it is USA who has to pay me $1 billion every second, every day, forever. If my PS loves to have foolish people, it is their choice. I just do not like fools. And if USA is going to say, see, you have to live with the fools, I'll say, USA, according to the Holy Bible guidance, pay me $1 billion tax-free. Every second, daily, forever. Even after death, pay me the $1 billion. Let USA go crazy. Right? When it is very easy for the people to create damages, it should be easy for them to pay $1,500 trillion direct deposit to my bank account, isn't it? With this civil justice sign-off, President Trump and Mitch McConnell and the Brett Kavanaugh will never, not even in a dream, will think to hurt any fellow mankind. It is not even about the $1,500 trillion. It is about the discipline. I'm just taking the cane in my hand and I'm providing the discipline. I own USA. Each dust particle in the United States of America belongs to me. My blood is boiling. My true identity has been stripped off. My blood is boiling, right? What would you all have done if your self-esteem is stripped off by enforcement? If your true identity is being stripped off by enforcement, what would you all have done? You all have seen these only in the movies, isn't it? You all have seen these kind of stuff happens in the movies only. But this is not a movie. This is a real lifetime that is happening right now. Whatever predicted in Holy Bible alone is happening. Word by word is happening. It is a goosebumps mode. It is a what on the earth is going on mode. Right? People shivering mode. Because how is it possible? I've never seen the forefathers. Have you all seen the forefathers who wrote the whole Bible? I've never seen. That itself is a miracle, isn't it? That's a display of why God's labor is always known only to the God's labor. What would you all have done? This Cadbury part, it creating me a lot of emotional distress, I would say. Right? You all will understand why exactly my blood is keeping on boiling. You all will understand because there is 25% more of that crime I have to display, isn't it? We have come across only what? 75? This is the 75%. After this, this will be 75% done. How many crimes within the shortest period? Whatever I educated for years, 3 years, I am, with God-given strength, I am educating the same in the video sessions. It's just that I do not want the sessions to be long, but whenever I have to provide the overview, it is taking long. So it is 14 minutes now, so I will immediately cut short my overview session. This is about the Cadbury, trillions of dollars worth of tax crime. Purest form of crime is Cadbury's tax scandal. And who provided it? It's none other than the absolute prostitute Queen Elizabeth II, who is being worshipped as a god by the European nations. She has her own national anthem. She has her own national flag. She has her own coat of arms. It is clearly written in the Holy Bible that she will kill anybody who is saying that they cannot pay the tax. She will just kill them. Today, she cannot. In the science and technology era, she cannot. She will be fried in ashes, watch and see. The God who created you and me from the dust is the God. She is a dangerous, wild, dangerous species, a sex offender. She must not be, never must be living. She was allowed to live 100 years old, 100 years, close to, isn't it? She's what, 90s something? Right? So the crime and the curse is gotten by who, which nation? Not even London. It is United States of America. There is no other crime to allow a deadliest wild endangered species to live in this nation, in this holy planet Earth. The planet Earth is so holy, very holy. So the death penalty is another $1 trillion crime, isn't it? How many years of scandal that scandal was going on? Who should have what should have the Department of Correctional Facilities, the jailer should have hanged? It is Pope Francis, Islam leaders, Dalai Lama, fake Israel leader Netanyahu, Syria leader. They were the crabs, right? They are the sex offenders. They are the deadliest, venomous, wild endangered species. Never must be among the human kingdom. They must have been hanged, right? The Pfizer, instead of injecting the toxins, they should have injected the toxins in the mouth of Queen Elizabeth only. Why? What went wrong? What went wrong means everybody's eyes got blinded. So I am the only wisest one. I'm talking, right? So why President Joe Biden cannot understand? His eyes is blinded. He yielded to sexual immorality. So what what is the solution for this? The solution for this is whatever I'm asking for civil justice only. There's no other solution for this. There's a reason behind it. Immediately, the very next second the USA signs a job offer to me, entire human kingdom will be saved and protected and bailed out by me. Why? Why they don't want that healthy process to happen? It's already 2021. Whoever is living in 2021 will not be even able to see 5 years from now, 10 years from now. We don't know anything, right? But at least whenever at this point of time we all are living. So why on the earth USA government is hesitating to sign the job offer to me immediately? It's not a joke, my dear fellow mankind. The crime I'm displaying, it's a deadliest one. Deadliest crime I'm displaying. This Cadbury, the scam, the tax fraud scam, is highest level of the crime in entire confectionaries transactions. Got it? United States of America never even knew what is Cadbury. Only after I educated they knew, oh, is there a Cadbury? They never knew. What is the language USA knows? Hershey's, M&M's, right? Mondelez, Mars, Nestle. They never even knew there is a word called Cadbury until I educated. I educated. So 67% of the chocolate cocoa shares is owned by Absolute Monarch, Queen Elizabeth II, the prostitute. What about the remaining 33%? Kraft Foods, Kraft and Heinz, the ketchup food. No? Kraft means what? What comes in your head? The chopped cheddar cheese slices, and then mac and cheese boxes, the blue boxes. And for Heinz means ketchup. There are other products, but these are the ones that comes up in your mind, isn't it? They also own 33% of this Cadbury's remaining shares. How evil can United States of America can be? And yes, my dear fellow mankind, all along I am displaying President Trump is innocent and President Joe Biden is not. Right? Can you see why President Joe Biden must just get out of the White House immediately and I should become the interim leader of the United States of America now? I own USA, that is one part. I am Native Indian tribe, I have the highest impasse. I have the highest eligibility to be the president of USA. But I am saying I want to be the interim leader only. That's the reason behind it, right? Because until all these broken things are fixed, I cannot even enjoy that being there, oh, I am the president of, What I'm saying is let me be the interim leader, I will fix all this government operation, then we can have an healthy elections. That should be a festival. That should be celebrated as a carnival festival. Festival of love, right? Out of love only, out of clean love only, the healthy voting should be done. People should have that peace of mind when they elected the leader, the true leader for that nation. The entire human kingdom in that population, in that particular nation must be happiest. So President Joe Biden is proving he's never a leader. I've been saying this every single day since January, right? And even before, when I was addressing the same thing to the Secretary of the State of Wisconsin, to the Department of Justice of State of Wisconsin, whatever I'm saying to you all, same only I educated them. So why on the earth the foolish people can never understand wisdom is proved, isn't it? They just cannot. Fools are always fools only. Mitch McConnell loves to be fool because for being fool, Pope Francis will throw luxury to him. Brett Kavanaugh always will be fool only because being fool, he'll get lot of luxury dollars from Pope Francis. The eyes gets blinded. The eyes get blinded. What would you all have done? What would you all have done? There is too much of blood boiling for me. And I expressing that feelings, the hurt feelings, in a healthiest way in front of entire human kingdom, isn't it? That is the telltale sign of healthy anger management processing. Right? A true woman always gets healthy anger. A true woman always an excellent self-disciplinarian. Why? Nobody knew. Why? Nobody knew about this Queen Elizabeth II provided tax fraud. Why? How many education facilities are there? There is Oxford Law School, there's Oxford Medical School, there's Harvard Law School, Harvard Medical School. Doctors, surgeons, nurses, theologians, engineers, teachers. These are all professionals, right? Teachers, educationists, chemists, pharmaceuticals, scientists, doctorates, professors, daycare teachers, theologians, households, homemakers, women, men, children, younger children. What happened? Why nobody knew about this tax fraud? It's deadliest one. Deadliest one. Why nobody knew? Can you all see how the software world got crashed? It's only the software world can understand what I'm talking about. They are super in a panic mode only. It's crashed means it's crashed. That's just the way it is. Because I know how the program logic operates, isn't it? And in between this curve, as if all these crimes are not enough for the population, this Dr. Fauci and Dr. Binks created the trillions dollars of the COVID-19 scam, and software must have been written that also by enforcement only. First of all, the software would have said, no, it's impossible to write. But anyway, survival mode. Otherwise, the public sectors will say, get out. So for that sake, for name's sake, they have to add that COVID-19. For that itself, a lot of labor would have taken. And to write the real logic will take another 10 years, another 15 years, another 500 years, another 1,000 years, and poverty will be dying in poverty. For how long? How long you all want to wear the masks? This is a proof that Queen Elizabeth will be thrown on the volcano in Hawaii. I want her to be thrown only in the volcano in Hawaii. No other spot. No other spot. Otherwise, I will ask United States of America to throw Queen Elizabeth in one of the rocket and take her directly to the sun and just throw her there. That is impossible, isn't it? Nobody can go to the sun because of the heart mass. But this is easiest labor, the death penalty processing. Just throw her in the volcano, that's all. Throw her in the volcano and turn back and come back. We don't even have to see how she's getting fried. She let the be gone in ashes. All of a sudden, abruptly, let the population even forget whether that kind of a lady even lived in this earth. How much more of a crime she provided? You all want to know, right? That remaining 25% in the next coming sessions you will know. Okay? So yes, this overview went 26 minutes. I will quickly read through this. And my blood is boiling, and you all know why my blood is boiling, isn't it? I'm human, my dear fellow mankind. And I have red color blood cells. Yes, my skin is black, but that does not mean that my blood cells colors are also black. So when white skin humans don't know what is blood color cells is equal to red color, that is not my job. I even educated that also already. How many blood types are there? How many red things are there worldwide? How many rare blood groups are there? I educated everything. Nobody can say I did not educate this, I did not educate that. I educated everything. So what went wrong in humanity? Do you all even love humanity? Or do you all love only insane, mean, sadistic, foolish, abusive? Which one do you love? I cannot define for my peers, isn't it? It becomes like really a helpless mode when I'm enforced to live with this foolish people. It is a nation must pay me $1 billion every second. Each second this Pope and the teams are allowed to live free, it is dangerous, dangerous to human kingdom. And you all now got it, why Walmart threw acid on my face. After my education about the Cadbury, now if you go on the onto the any grocery stores, you all will be seeing Cadbury. It's only after my education. People were thinking United States of America were foolish. People are innocent also. They were thinking, oh no, see, all the Europe nations are ruled by only kings and queens. We, United States of America, we do not like kings rule, see? They are fooled, isn't it? Pope Francis is a king. He fooled USA. France leader is a king. He fooled USA. So you keep working, who am I? My blood is super boiling. Yeah. I must get the civil justice, and I will get the civil justice. At the cost of my death, at the cost of my death and bloodshed, I sure will get the civil justice my way according to the Holy Bible guidelines. And I must get the 100% of chocolate cocoa shares. USA must stand upside down and must kneel down and get the shares from Queen Elizabeth II and transfer it to me. Get it from the Kraft and Heinz Food and transfer the shares to me. I will provide what next later. I know what I have to do because I am that I am. I'm born. That is enough for you all to be aware why I am that I am. I will reveal it. Who am I? You keep working on it. If you see, all these people are men's club, regardless of the men's club or regardless of the women's club, they are all evil. They are never caregivers. The Coca-Cola company, I think it is from Denmark, I think. Have you heard about the nation called Denmark, like D-E-N-M-A-R-K, Denmark? How about Finland? How about Sweden? How about Norway? How about Greenland? How about Iceland? How about Poland? How about Australia? How about New Zealand? How about Ireland? How about Scotland? Yes, my dear fellow mankind. I'm just proving how the Islam, Judaism behavioral pattern is. Each and every single Europe nation is Islam and Judaism and Zionism nation. Tragically, that is the truth. I would say, I would have to use the word tragic. Why? These absolute monarchs, I already said those many empires, right? They all ran. They never wanted people to live free whatsoever. They will not live. Okay, they will not live. And they will also they will not allow other people also to live free. This is a telltale sign of a deadliest Islam paganism, Nazism. Deadliest Nazism display, the personification, the definition of domestic violence. So you all saw, I'm just in earlier sessions is all candy, 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 hot candy, then chocolate, 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 blah, 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 then coming to the Cadbury. Right? If you see Hershey's, they take purest form of vanilla from Madagascar. I already said, I have all counts of all the plants, isn't it? Hershey's knew. Hershey's only fears me. Nobody else. Do you all know how much a vanilla pot costs in a grocery store? You and I, or middle class people, cannot afford it. I'm talking about the organic vanilla pod, even one pod. It's very costly. It comes under the spice category, but it's costly. It's from Tamil Nadu. Madagascar is Tamil Nadu. Africa is Tamil Nadu. My blood is boiling. And that's the reason for it, right? Nobody can dare to ask USA why USA is going to sign up $1,500,000 trillion in my bank account. Nobody will ask. It's okay if people are going to mock me that I'm super selfish. I will say, Queen Elizabeth, she is the one super selfish after all. Go mock at her. Pope Francis is super selfish. Go mock at him. Go mock at the United Arab Emirates leaders. They are the super selfish. Why you want to mock at me? I am asking for rightful salary. I displayed the crime. I displayed the error. And I am asking for a salary. Provide $1,500,000 trillion direct deposit to my bank account. It should be tax free. Because if you're going to count the interest and for the years they provided the tax, this Cadbury is the oldest of the entire cocoa industry. Got it? Got it why my blood is boiling, super boiling? If you want to put in a chocolate industry, right? The chocolate cocoa industry. I'm talking about the chocolate bars like that, not the sugar hard candy part. I'm talking about the chocolate cocoa bars. The chocolate, hot chocolate, and the chocolate milk like that. Chocolate alcohol, chocolatier, right? Chocolate liquor. I'm talking about those that comes under the umbrella of Cadbury. Cadbury's umbrella. Then comes Hershey's, then comes Mars. They are all very small, tiny bit when compared to the Cadbury. Nobody knew. United States of America even never knew. They just never had a clue about this Cadbury until I educated. From where is Tamil Nadu and where is Italy? You all know that Ferrero Rocher? The Ferrero Rocher chocolate, the hazelnut inside filled with the chocolate, the Nutella, the chocolate spread. Those are all cocoa, isn't it? It's all from Tamil Nadu. What can you all see why my blood is boiling? How much does one Ferrero Rocher chocolate cost? In the United States of America. Nobody knew about this deadliest tax crime provided by Queen Elizabeth II. Yes, my dear fellow mankind, it is the darkest history for the United States of America only because United States of America took all the curse of Pope Francis and Queen Elizabeth II provided, sadly. Nobody was there to educate United States of American government in the rightful way. Not even one. USA got fooled. Very sad and very pathetic state to know that how USA is in very poorest bankrupt mode as of now. Because of the crime is so deadly and skyrocketing. This Cadbury's tax crime, it's going beyond, it's not even 500 years old scandal I'm talking about. This exclusive Cadbury part. It is 5,000 years of tax crime. Nobody fixed it. Nobody. I chopped head of Queen Elizabeth II with this session alone. United States of America do not need any more proof. But still I have to provide more proof. More crime is there, isn't it? 25% of that crime is there, which I have to display. Raw crime. Raw crime. So when did I chop the head of Queen Elizabeth II? Today? No. When? October 2016 itself. And that is why they threw the acid on me in October 2018. Just 2 years after that. Because from 2016 up until to 2019, I decoded more truth, isn't it? It is during that time only I decoded, I cracked the truth that I am the true owner of USA. USA is Tamil Nadu. So they threw the acid on my face one more time. They did not want me to be Supreme Judge because they know I will provide all vices processing. They want the nations to be in the destruction mode only, dependent mode only. They fooled only the educated population. They fooled only the lawyers. They fooled only the judges. They fooled only the doctors. So why that education failed humanity, or why humanity failed education? You keep working on that. And with this 40, almost close to 40 minutes, like what, 39 minutes already. I'll quickly read through this civil justice. Because otherwise, you all know when I talk, right? I do not want that. But it's just the way it is. I'm super frustrated with whatever the crime provided by the absolute monarchs. It must be fixed immediately. I must get the civil justice. I must get the job offer signed off. I must get the Supreme Judge job of USA. I must be the Global Poverty Relief Medical Director Chief for all nations. Yes, my dear fellow mankind. I must get all the rightful justice. I can bail out entire human kingdom. This is very crucial for them to sign the job offer to me, because with that simplest job offer sign off, entire human kingdom will be saved, protected from this evil Satans. And I have all the designs how to fix it. It's just right in my brain. I have to even one day, the start day one, I can start providing the designs tasks. Everything is ready. It's just that I must get that authorities start the job. That's all. Okay, with that said, I'll quickly read through this civil justice. For I, Vethapriya, PROSE, proved scandal of absolute monarchs and proved Pope Francis's Roman Empire King Herod as of February 2021. Any salary, as in tax-free billions of dollars, USA government can provide effective immediate using direct deposit to my bank account to I am that I am, Vethapriya, PROSE, Native Indian tribe, Israelite tribe, Christian Jew of Israel, Judah, Jerusalem, true owner of all nations worldwide can help me. Scandal phases of Republica, Europe nations worldwide. Republica at fault found guilty. Prostitutes of Europe, USA, tax fraud. March of 2021 is proved. At fault found guilty of fatal negligence. Cadbury provided tax fraud is crime is proved by I, Vethapriya, PROSE. At fault found guilty of fatal negligence, and USA Republican government provided tax fraud is crime is proved by I, Vethapriya, PROSE. At fault found guilty of fatal negligence, USA Democrat government provided tax fraud is crime is proved by I, Vethapriya, PROSE. At fault found guilty of fatal negligence, Queen Elizabeth II provided tax fraud is crime is proved by I, I. Vethapriya Pro Se. At fault found guilty of fatal negligence, Pope Francis provided tax fraud is crime is proved by I. Vethapriya Pro Se. At fault found guilty of fatal negligence, GOP Mitch McConnell provided tax fraud is crime is proved by I. Vethapriya Pro Se. At fault found guilty of fatal negligence, President Trump 2016 to 2020 and President Joe Biden 2020 to 2024 provided tax fraud is crime is proved by I. Vethapriya Pro Se. At fault found guilty of fatal negligence, Supreme Court Judge Brett Kavanaugh provided tax fraud is crime is proved by I. Vethapriya Pro Se. At fault found guilty of fatal negligence, Roman Province Jesuits Organizations of State of Wisconsin, State of Michigan, State of Illinois, State of New York, State of New England, State of Maryland, State of Louisiana, State of Missouri, State of California, State of Oregon provided tax fraud is crime is proved by I. Vethapriya Pro Se. Note: Queen Elizabeth II and Pope Francis and Cadbury created robocall poverty mandate to enforce poverty disabled to I. Vethapriya Pro Se on October 2018 is proved for Prostitute-Republica government of USA to steal the rightful Supreme Court job of USA on 2018. That rightful belonged to I. Vethapriya Pro Se. Civil law must be provided round without any delay. I. Vethapriya Pro Se, true civil lawyer, true civil doctor, true civil Supreme Judge, owned the text for ongoing civil justice sign-off. At fault found guilty of fatal negligence, USA Republican government and USA Democrat government as in Queen Elizabeth II and Pope Francis and Cadbury created robocall poverty mandate to I. Vethapriya Pro Se, true civil lawyer, true civil doctor, true civil Supreme Judge and Republican government, GOP leader Mitch McConnell, President Trump, Supreme Court Judge Brett Kavanaugh in October 2018 enforced poverty mandate to I. Vethapriya Pro Se abruptly on October 2018 and Republican government of United States of America took away $4,500 October 2018 abruptly and enforced finance debt of $10,000 plus since October 2018, October 2019, October 2020 and as of today, February 2021 to I. Vethapriya Pro Se and enforced finance disability to I. Vethapriya Pro Se abruptly. It is crime for at fault found guilty of fatal negligence, USA Republican government and USA Democrat government and Queen Elizabeth II and Pope Francis and Cadbury created robocall poverty mandate is proved. And so civil justices I. Vethapriya Pro Se wants Citibank CEO to pay off my debt $10,000 plus dollars and sign off tax-free $5,000 and at fault found guilty of fatal negligence, USA Republican government and USA Democrat government, Queen Elizabeth II and Pope Francis Cadbury created robocall poverty mandate with fatal negligence, so must sign off tax-free $1,500 trillion to be direct deposited in my bank account for all the types of damages done by selfish cunning, Islam, Judaism, absolute monarchs types, wild endangered species and health creators and at fault and found guilty, Holy Highness God of USA, Queen Elizabeth II, Pope Francis and Republican government of USA will provide needful help accordingly to be in the same page. And that said, I will end this session and it is 44 minutes, almost 45 minutes, right? 44 minutes. So that's pretty much it. When I have to provide the overview, it takes that much time. And yes, my dear fellow mankind, before I ending this session, one more time I want to repeat: United States of America must sign off 100% shares of cocoa plantation to I. Vethapriya Pro Se, for I displayed the deadliest tax fraud crime of Queen Elizabeth II, the prostitute. Thank you all for your time. Take care. Bye for now.